Hello, my name is Scotty Taylor. A little overwhelmed up here. I had to write a few things down. So I want to start by saying welcome to everyone, and this is my story. So I grew up in Langley, British Columbia. That's over on the mainland. I was born into a pretty dysfunctional family dynamic. My father was physically and psychologically abusive towards my mother, so she left when I was young, and my dad raised me. He raised me amongst a different set of morals, values, and beliefs. Looking back, it doesn't surprise me that I gravitated towards more of a negative lifestyle. The drug dealers, the criminals, the gangsters. By my teens, I was partying quite a bit, experimenting with drugs, and working towards more criminal behavior. By my early 20s, in the span of about 14 years, I spent just over 10 of those years inside prison. On my last case I was doing time for, I finally said this is enough. I didn't like who I was, I didn't like where I was going, and I didn't like what I represented. It was time for me to make some changes. I expressed these feelings to the drug and alcohol counselor, and she told me about this Guthrie Therapeutic Community. I've always been a very driven person, and this was my chance, so I embraced this opportunity. With her support and the support of my CMT, that's my case management team, I was transferred there in early 2016. Now, unfortunately, this is the only one in Canada. But fortunately for me, this one was right here in BC. So when I arrived, I jumped into this program with both feet and I gave it 100%, 110% the whole time. I was determined to leave the old lifestyle, the self-defeating behaviors, and the criminal thinking behind me. Now, to describe the TC, that's what we call the therapeutic community, to you, is it's set up almost like a simulator for life in a lot of ways. They bring as much normalcy into the equation as possible in accordance to still being in a jail setting. This place gave me the opportunity to learn not just about how to cope outside of prison, but through therapeutic techniques and lots of programming, I learned not just how to control my addictions, but how to control and adjust my behavior to be a productive member in society. I could also compare the TC to almost like a corporation setting where there's a leadership board that gives us the opportunity through hard work and trust to work our way up to coordinator positions and house leader positions. And so forth. I myself was facilitating classes and mentoring other residents within weeks of arrival. Within a couple of months, I worked my way up to a house leader position where I was able to watch and help the entire community and its functions. From there, I was granted parole. I was then able to put my teachings to the test. This started with the very basic needs to function in society, doing my taxes for the first time ever, opening a bank account, getting proper identification. That was mine. As soon as I felt grounded enough, I'm not joking. As soon as I felt grounded enough, I started going back into prison to talk to the guys that were going through the same challenges that I went through. This way, this brings hope to these individuals and inspires for them to be successful as I was being successful in my life. I also am a part of an aftercare program that we're starting here to help individuals make the transition to be productive members and to feel a part of our communities. I've been out now for about 18 months, and in that time, I've been working full-time for a property maintenance company where I found a great passion for tree work. So this past 6 months, I've been training to be an arborist, and the best part about it so far is that my business partner and myself is starting our first property maintenance business right here in Nanaimo. I would also like to say how important it is to help these individuals that go through these trials and tribulations that don't have all the opportunities that most of us do have out there. Especially with the opiate epidemic that's going on out there right now. I think it's important that we're all aware of that's going on. And I'd also like to say that good leaders don't make good followers. I believe good leaders make more good leaders. And if we take the time to help, inspire and support individuals, they will be able to reach and find their true potential and purpose. And when that happens, dreams become reality. So thank you for listening to my speech.